Transparent, interactive and web-savvy. That's how Prime Minister Vladimir Putin sees the future of Russia's democracy as he outlines his vision for greater social and economic prosperity. This from his latest article detailing his electoral program. Well, for more on this, let's cross live to RT's Igor Piskunov. Igor, what does the Prime Minister propose in order to improve democracy in Russia?
Well, the main idea of this article is that civil society in Russia has grown, developed and become much more active, most importantly, compared to, say, 10 years ago. And when it comes to the state, well, it's lagging behind at the moment. People do want to be more active and have more influence on the political life. And one of the mechanisms providing them with these opportunities is the internet. And this is not only about the tens of thousands of people who now take to the streets for this or that rally. It's about millions of internet users in Russia who over the past few years have become very active. There's scores of blogs and forums, videos, whole internet wars between political movements, and all of them are going on the web. And the Prime Minister wants to see the role of the internet and its influence increase. More user-friendly government websites to provide proper basis for public discussion, and not only on initiatives put forward by the state. Any person, any internet user has to be able to put forward their own draft law, and if it gains, say, 100,000 approval signatures from other users, it has to be reviewed by the parliament. The internet also gives another opportunity to evaluate civil servants. For example, if locals of a district of any city are not satisfied with the way the head of the local police department works, or a judge, or even a principal of a local school, they have to be able to voice their concerns on the web, be heard by the authorities, so that these civil servants can be substituted. But let's move the web aside for a bit and focus on other initiatives, like reintroducing the elections of local governors, which was initially put forward by the president, supported by the prime minister. But if we look at it, it is connected with several problems which were revealed back in the 90s and in the early 2000s, when the system of elections was still, local elections, was still enforced. One of the problems is that often these positions, the state positions, were often purchased by those who had the biggest amount of money, thus the biggest influence, and they ended up finding themselves in politics. And the second problem is image makers who had, and according to the Prime Minister, still have too much influence over the entire process. That's why it's important for the center and society using the internet to have control over the process. That should create a stable and balanced system. Now, another initiative in this sphere is easing the rules for registering new political parties, which should make way for more competition. Now, this brings us to another problem, corruption. And the Prime Minister is proposing to increase the salaries of civil servants in exchange for their complete transparency, and put together a list of the most corrupt jobs. And if in the 90s many people wanted to become oligarchs, now they're aiming for civil servants, because these positions are often viewed as possibilities to make easy money quick. And according to the Prime Minister, it's time for that to change as well. Now, this is the fourth article published by Vladimir Putin since he announced that he is going to run for president during upcoming vote in March, and together they put together Vladimir Putin's manifesto.
Okay, Igor Piskunov.